Survived the last episode, huh? Well, darn, shaking you off is proving to be harder than I thought it would be. Well, let's continue good writing, bad writing with The Shepherd. Here is the place to watch it. It's just so freaking good! The end hits you with that big reveal that it's not just the shepherd, it's the lady with all the cats, the guy who feeds the flocks of pigeons. These people are protecting the earth from monsters. Way to paint your small story into the bigger picture of the world. The shepherd is the complete opposite of Tiger, which we saw last episode. It makes it interesting that the creator of Tiger is part of the team that made the shepherd, because Tiger is a mess. It tried to gradually build up a world of mysterious things happening, but in the end all it did was leave us confused, or, well, arguing about what the end means. Tiger is better suited as an attempt at surrealism than it is a coherent story. The shepherd also tries to gradually build up a world, and holy fright it succeeds, because unlike Tiger, the shepherd is clear. It gives us a mystery and clues, and then answers them. Tiger didn't give us any clues, it just was like, this happened. Yes, it is cool to leave some elements of your story open for imagination, but if you don't resolve anything, it gets very frustrating for viewers very quickly. Honestly, if you build a good world or interesting characters, people will make up their own questions and answer them, like figuring out the characters' pasts and relationships and futures and other parts of the world that you haven't explored. Fanfiction, fan art. So that's the comparison between Tiger and the shepherd, but it's hard to see what builds any good story without taking the wall apart and looking at the individual bricks. Here are the building bricks of a story you probably learned in school. And here is my short list. Characters, world. I guess you could call that setting. But world is broader than that, involves the mechanics of how things work and the rules and that sort of stuff. These other three things are conventional storytelling methods. You can tell stories in unconventional ways. You don't need a resolution. Drop your readers off a cliff if you want. Slice of life stories don't have a central conflict that affects every episode at all. Heck, the individual episodes may not have any conflict. They could just be a fun vacation day at the beach where nothing goes wrong and nobody's wondering about how they're gonna do something. The short list is characters and world because you can tell a character-driven story or you can tell a world-driven story. Anything else is totally dependent on these two elements. You don't have a plot, conflict, or resolution without a world or characters, and you'll find that a good story has either an interesting world or relatable, flawed characters, if not both, and that information about the world and the characters tends to be gradually revealed instead of dumped on to people all at once. As far as animations go, and well, pretty much any other story, most of them are character-driven. As you watch these animations, you get to know what the characters are like, and you become able to anticipate how they will react to a situation. Your interest is mainly in the characters and how they're doing. The Shepherd, though, is more a world-driven story. We have characters, yes, but the point of the animation is to reveal this secret space alien side of the world. This is one of the reasons there's no dialogue in this animation. If the characters talked, it would, well, give them more character, and that would make them distracting. Keep the characters simple so the focus stays on the events that are happening. Because The Shepherd is all about the gradual reveal. Let's take a stroll through the story to see how it moves smoothly from small village life to secret sci-fi space hero. Starting off with a bang. I actually immediately forgot this happened because the next scene is a seemingly unrelated action chase scene. But the story is written in a way that it reminds you of this opening sequence a bit later. And here's how the writers start to gradually hint that there's a mystery. First hint is how the villagers react to the shepherd. They're scared of him. We don't know why right now, but it's enough to tell us something is up here. Why would a guy with a meat cleaver be afraid of a shepherd with a stick? And then a sheep eats a bird. I love this shot, I laughed. It's so out of place. I thought the animators were just being silly and making a joke. But no, that's the great thing about it. It's a clue that leads to the fact that this world is weird. And what makes it so great is that you should know just from this that the sheep are monsters. But everything else is so normal, so you write off the carnivorous sheep as a joke. And as a result of that, it isn't until the 3-minute mark that we realize this is more than a simple boy, sheep, and shepherd story. This is when we get the strange beeper going off and a camera panning us up to remind us about the mountain at the very beginning of the film. And of course, the creepy nightmare. Sheep eyes are creepy. At this point, the audience knows something is wrong, so no need to delay. We go full throttle into the sci-fi part of the cartoon. Strange doors, suits with multiple arms, schematics for a shepherd's crook, fancy maps, and of course, weird languages. From this point, the writing could have easily just gone into the default save the world mode with no more growth, but the momentum keeps building. We find out that the shepherd is the one with the multiple arms, so he doesn't have a weird space alien collection, he is a weird space alien. Big battle and oh my gosh, what horrible thing is gonna happen to the alien? Oh, all of the sheep are aliens. That's why they eat birds. The writing guides you to be able to understand the world, to make sense of what didn't before. You went from being an average person to a person who is in on this big secret, just like the kid protagonist here. Story over, good story. No, this event isn't exclusive to one small village. There are more fighters out there, more monsters, protect the world, heroic overture, yeah! A very satisfying ending, but still with lots of room for more stories. That is a good ending. Of course, the interesting thing about the shepherd is that if there are going to be more stories, there would need to be more character development. The cartoon would move from being world-driven to character-driven, because we'd be hard-pressed to watch a 30-minute episode without any dialogue and without any more information about the characters' feelings, motives, and histories. We get a sense of personalities from the shepherd, but we don't really know the characters. And right now, we don't need to. It's a good story about secret heroes in a normal world.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were